1. This episode of Quit Stalling is brought to you by Jinx.com. For 10% off of your purchases, use a promo code QUITSTALLING_366. That's quit stalling with a capital Q and a capital S _366 to get 10% off of your checkout. Let us get you your geek swag for less. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Quit Stalling. This is test episode 000X. With me today, below and to my right, Diego Z and MikhailRoldan. What's up, guys?
What's up? You said 000X?
Yeah, X, man, X.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
X,
Here we go. All right, welcome everyone to our excuse to spend quality time with other men. This is the show that only has one look. One look. Like I said, I got DZ below me. I got Mikhail on my right. Our player 4, Jay Sanchez, is still MIA because well, he's not MIA. He told us why he's not here. He's busy studying for exams. He's taking some psychological exams. No, he's taking exams to be a psychological practitioner. Yeah, not a shrink. No, he's one of the research side. He's one of the research side of things. So
he won't have patience like lying down on the sofa.
Nah, he barely has patience to sit down on the chair. So
he could do that. I think he could. I think he'd make a great shrink.
Tell me how does it feel?
How does it feel?
How does it make you feel?
Be a sexy shrink.
All right, so let's get into it, guys. So what have you been up to? Let's talk to Mikhail first. Mikhail, we missed you last show, right? You had an emergency at work, so I want to ask what's been up with you since our last show together.
Let's see. Nothing's been up that much over the weekend. On Saturday, I went to the park with my sister, my wife Julia, and my sister's kids, and my brother's girlfriend. We went to the park. We drank some beers, relaxed under the sun.
Nice.
It was a good
That sounds
Saturday.
great.
And then I think I met up. When did I meet up with you? Was that Sunday? Here?
For what? Oh, yeah. For our top secret project. Yeah, that was Sunday your time, Sunday night. That was Monday morning my time.
There we go. That's what I've been up to. But this weekend, I'm going to Vegas. I'm gonna watch UFC 202.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna get into some fights, some bar brawls. You know.
See, when you said I'm gonna get into some fights, I thought that you were gonna get into watching some, but you're saying you're gonna start some fights.
Yeah, I'm gonna start some fights over there. For sure. I'm gonna walk in there and smack any Irish people I see. No, I'm kidding.
Sounds like jujitsu's feeding into your aggression, dude.
Oh hell no, man! Like, I would get my ass handed to me. Like, I'm a lowly white belt, so I know nothing.
See, that's when
I'm excited.
That's when you know where your training is good.
Vegas for a fight weekend. What's up?
Sorry, that's when you know where your training is good is when they just don't hand out the blue belts and the yellow belts. You know, they're like, no, you got to earn it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the blue belt. Like it's I'm a far ways from there, man. Like a year, at least 2 years. If I continue to go like religiously, like every time that I go, then maybe like a year, 2 years from now. But, yeah.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Next thing you know, your sensei is gonna really ask you to like snatch the pebble from his hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what.
If that happens, holy shit! I wonder if that'll actually ever happen. Or I wonder since that idea came about, I wonder if masters, grandmasters have actually, or any trainer has done that to their student.
I'm sure it's like those comedy
grab the pebble
movies.
out of my hand.
I'm sure it's more like those comedy movies where like the students like, aren't you gonna ask me to grab the pebble out of your hand? And they're like, what? No, no.
Or like,
Ever.
when do I start painting the fence up and down, left or right?
Paint the fence, sand the floor.
Dude, you know what? I'm telling you, Mr. Miyagi just wanted cheap labor, like, like.
It was part of it.
Right? Yeah. Like, there's no way that it'd fly in real life, right? Or probably like some kid gullible enough would do it.
The technique was proper, man. The technique, wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. Yeah.
It
was good
stuff. Paint the fence.
You're actually able to replicate that pretty well in the Jackie Chan version of. Jaden
Really?
Smith. Yeah, the jacket on, jacket off.
Oh yeah, fuck that bullshit.
Yeah.
The funny thing is though, for the Karate Kid Jackie Chan version, that was kung fu. It wasn't karate.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was correct.
See, that's where they made their mistake. They should have just rebranded because the Kung Fu Kid sounds pretty badass.
The Kung Fu Kid.
Yeah, it would work. The Kung Fu Kid.
Right? It sounds pretty badass.
It's weird how.
Yeah.
But if they're pretty well. It's still okay. But yeah, completely wrong.
Completely wrong. It's weird how what?
Oh, I was to say how it's weird how watered down martial arts has become sometimes, especially like here in the States.
Uh-huh.
Like it's especially for stuff like karate and like kung fu. Like it's really hard to find like a really good teacher.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's become like such a money thing. It's another thing I've been thinking about. But anyways, go on. I can go really deep into it. You don't want me to start.
Save it for your show. Save it for your show. Oh my god.
It's like, next thing you know, you start talking about sea and like moving with the flow of the river and.
Actually, you know what? You should write this down.
How martial arts has become so monetized. What's up?
Yeah. No, you should write this down so that when you start doing your show, you actually have like your topics ready.
Oh, brother, it's all in here, man. It's all in this noggin. No, I have my notebook in my hat. That's why it's.
Oh my god! All right, DZ, what have you been up to since when was our last show? Oh yeah, the Thursday show last week. What have you been up to?
Okay, so the past couple of days, I've been binge watching on iZombie because when Jay recommended it and I found out you Harold are watching it, it's like, oh, okay, fine, I'll give this a shot. And holy shit.
I know Jay's probably going to be listening to the show, but don't tell him. I totally forgot he recommended. I totally forgot.
It's fine. Well,
he's going to hate me for that.
You have to acknowledge when he dropped the knowledge on you, man. You got to do it.
Okay, just setting it straight. At this time of this day, I'm saying thanks to Jay.
I gotta admit, like, since he had recommended it, like, good recommendation, man. Like, yeah, DZ, you were talk about how much you love it.
Is it really that good?
Yeah, it is.
It's good.
Well,
it's good.
Yeah, it's great. But I love what's her face? Rose McIver. Yeah, okay, here. I was talking with Harold off show, and you're like saying, "Wow, for someone who's playing a dead person, a zombie, it's pretty hot, man. Like,
really
wow."
I'm sure they've made it that way where she could be the sexiest zombie she could be.
Dude, she looks good in blonde hair, and her hair just because normally, like if you see her photos like off screen, she's like her hair is like it looks like it's rebonded like downwards, but her nice short cut and her hair is like thick and poofy. It's like, so pretty.
Yeah. So what DZ means is on the show, she has short, poofy, bleach blonde hair because technically she's dead. But in real life, she's got she's a brunette, and we were actually talking about this. She looks way better on the show. She looks way better dead than
alive.
she does than alive. Yeah, like
Yeah, dude, it's like,
Well,
like
I mean, no
so hot.
necrophilia things here. God, as a dead person,
is it
she's hot.
necrophilia if they could still move though? Like if it if they're
Well, technically, okay. Here, this is what if you have any sexual relations with a zombie, does it count as necrophilia?
I don't think it does because like necrophilia, like they have to be like still. I think that's what necrophiliacs like. Like they're still and they're cold, you know.
So you're doing this, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we're going down this whole Harold. I'm sorry.
According to Google, necrophilia is sexual intercourse with or attraction towards corpses. But the thing
Okay.
is,
Yeah.
So she's
and
technically
zombies
not a
are-
corpse.
religious and like philosophical because zombies are technically corpses, but they're not alive. But the thing is, what if they're like?
They can move.
Okay, I'd love to go down this hole and ask you to look for the definition of corpse, but and we go down this.
in-depth discussion about iZombie when Jay's on the show.
Yeah, we can go through this semantic rabbit hole when we talk with Jay, and I expect you to have your facts straight, DZ. But yeah, I do want to say
I don't think it's necrophilia.
It's
For the record, it's not necrophilia if it's a zombie.
but zombies are corpses.
Yes, but
let's not do this. Let's not do this now. So Rosebud Ivor super hot. Like we talked about off air, she was a Yellow Ranger back in her younger days, and they were talking about it in Comic-Con how a lot of they're starting to get these young actors that are in Power Rangers that actually have acting chops, and you're seeing that because they're actually getting roles now away from Power Rangers that are actually pretty good. So good on her, and really hot. She's got that girl from Phil of the Future as her best friend on the show. Forgot his name. Gosh, forgot her name. DZ, we talked about this.
Well, I know the actress Peyton, but I don't know
Yeah.
I know Peyton, but not the actress.
Yeah, she plays Peyton on the show. She's pretty hot as well. Plays a sexy lawyer. Everyone on these CW shows is sexy. God, they got freaking Joe on the Flash. They got the guy from Rent. They got Collins from Rent, and he sings like an angel. And we'll talk more about that later on in the show. But yeah, iZombie, she's hot. Watch it.
Good.
So
highly recommend.
zombie is hot.
highly recommended. I highly recommend it. So real quick with me before we get into the news, I haven't spent this much time in Azeroth in the World of Warcraft. In a long time, dude. In a long time.
That's all you're playing now. It's like, where's my Overwatch partner?
Dude, yeah,
Right? No more Overwatch.
No, dude, I still want to play Overwatch. Like, I have a week to get all the friggin' loot boxes from the Olympics, but
Yeah.
dude, like, you guys, I mean, Mikhail, you especially know, I've waited since early high school to play Illidan the game, and I'm finally getting to do it, and it's hard to get away from, man. Like, this is what I've waited for.
The game was released, and we first played. Like, remember when we had to half your account because we had no money? Like, you were paying for the account, and I was just, well, I don't know. Well, your parents, I guess, are paying for the, and then we had to split playing time. Like we went over to your house and played.
Yeah.
Like that was like vanilla WoW days.
Yeah, dude, like on
MMOs with people.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah.
Ragnarok also like.
We'd go on Yahoo Messenger and be like, "Oh, dude, are you playing right now?" No, okay, I'll play for a bit. Okay, I'll play for. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's so bad.
Oh my god.
That's how we did it back then, man. So yeah, like ever since, like, and I finally get to play Demon Hunter, and I am not taking it for granted. And the storyline they're giving you, like, I don't know if you guys have done the invasion stuff that they've let out for the pre-expansion, but it's freaking amazing. And all levels can do it. Like anyone from level 1 onwards can do it, and it's scaled down to your level. But I'm getting too deep into it. But yeah, like, oh my gosh, like we gotta play. And we've actually talked to Gallard, friend of the show. Gallard, he's actually been on the show once, long time ago. Me and Mikhail. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, DZ, but Gallard wants to do like a leveling marathon with us, and I think we should stream that and just play for a day.
Yeah,
you know, just spend a whole Saturday playing and just leveling up and just hanging out. So we should do that, like
The Alliance.
yeah, for the Alliance. All the Alliance. I have a shaman that I
You'll
kind of
be
want to level up.
remembered for nothing.
Oh, dude! Oh my God, dude! That cutscene. Fuck! Wait, I don't know if Diego Z wants to be spoiled about this, so we'll talk about it on Game Bite.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's another
Sure,
time.
no problem.
For another time.
Sorry, I'm still trying to immerse myself in the world of Warcraft.
What level are you, DZ?
Yeah, I was actually.
I just turned 50.
Ooh, nice, dude.
Okay, not bad, man. You're making good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Making excellent time.
Yeah, the grind is getting a lot more interesting because like from 1 to 30 it was like it was kind of boring because you level up so
It's like,
fast, but now like 30 to 50 was a bit of like, you know, the enemies are harder, it's harder to get to that next level. So
are you in Outlands now, or wait?
No, that's
where are you
58
leveling?
onwards. Outland is 58 onwards.
I think I'm in Badlands, if I'm right.
Yeah, Badlands is right before going through the Dark Portal.
The Dark Portal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm around there.
All right.
Cool.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So yeah, well, I really want to talk about WoW with you guys after the show. So before we do anything else,
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
it's the news. All right, guys. Stranger Things is a thing, and
Oh,
it's
it's
good.
so good.
It's good. I don't find it as good as everyone else who's like blowing up the hype, and I think that's why I didn't enjoy it as much, is because everyone kind of raised my expectations for it. So, Mikhail, you're making me dizzy.
Your statement right there made me dizzy, man. It is not. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I'm saying it's good. I'm saying it was blown out of proportion for me. But yeah, I liked it. How did you guys find it? Have you guys finished it actually before we get anywhere?
Yep, I'm done. How about
I'm
you?
done also.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
we
So
can-
I watched
Is this
it
gonna be
like
like a
weeks
spoiler
ago,
thing?
man. I've been waiting for you guys.
Okay, so is this gonna be like a spoiler discussion or?
oh yeah,
it's
spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
But if you haven't watched it,
so-
no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean,
That was awful.
Sorry.
wait, what happened? I don't know what happened.
All right, no,
Like-
Miguel, you have the floor. Just go. Just talk about Stranger Things.
That's awesome. Yeah, go on.
Okay. So, I mean, I understand. It got super overhyped. I luckily watched it before the hype became real. You know, like it was. I was one of like not really the first people to watch it, but like people. I was hearing that people were saying that was good, so I watched it, and it's like, it's everything I love in like movies. You know, like The Goonies or E.T. and Stand By Me, all that shit. It's all combined into this one show, and it's like science fiction, and it just blew my mind. It's like Super 8. Did you guys ever watch Super 8?
No, I don't watch
No.
Super 8 because
Does
Yeah,
look a very
I wasn't
similar.
into the fact that it was kids.
Is that what you don't like, Harold? Like kids on a show?
No,
Maybe
no.
that's what killed.
I didn't like Super 8 because I didn't like well, I saw the trailer and it didn't look interesting because of the acting of the kids. But then that's something else.
I see. But this is where it's different because like in Stranger Things, the kids were acting great, man. They're
acting like kids.
Solid.
That's what makes it great.
yeah, it was really solid.
They're like, and you know that awkward kiss they had of 11 and.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
Diego's, you can
Yeah, yeah.
relate. Diego's, you can
No,
relate.
because
I can
it
feel
looked
it.
Like, it didn't look like it didn't look like a kiss from like a Holly or like a. Of course, it didn't look like an adult kiss, but like it looked like an awkward kiss that kids would have. I've never kissed. I don't think, and I could relate to that because I've never kissed anyone at that age. So, but it's like it
Oh,
looks so.
would you like
awkward.
to change that, DC?
At that age, you're gonna go back in time and kiss him.
Yeah, man. Go back in time.
But anyway, no, sorry. Continue with your story, Mikhail.
I don't know. I was just trying to pick your brains about. I mean, I really like the way that they explained the other world. You know,
Upside down.
Shit, what did they call it? The upside down.
The upside down.
I really like the concept, and I'm really excited for season 2 because there's gonna be a season 2, and it's gonna be like a continuation.
Yeah, they actually said like we'd be crazy not to do a season 2 now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they ever planned, if they did plan to do a season 2, or was it supposed to be like a one-off thing?
Oh, they did. That's why they left all the Easter eggs.
Yeah. Nothing about it. The way that they ended season 1, there had to be a season 2.
Oh yeah.
Or there had to be season 2 in the works.
Yeah. So I love how they use Dungeons and Dragons to explain a lot of things. Like, oh, Mirkwood. Like, I love that. I loved how
man.
they use the kids' creativity to explain parts of the show. Mainly because it was Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it was pretty cute how they did it. I think they, since we're in spoiler territory, I think they killed off the best character right away, which was the guy who found 11 in the diner. That dude was awesome, man. That dude was awesome.
I thought he was gonna be like a big character. He was gonna be like, you know, like his protector, 11th protector, who's like, you know, who's the physically daunting guy, you know.
And then he got glocked.
Yeah, if they had killed him like maybe later in that season, like I think it would have had a bigger impact on the audience. Because like,
no, but that's the thing, though.
Like I think you could really invest in.
That was so great though. Like I already felt invested in him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though. Span of that episode.
Yeah, I think that's why they didn't prolong his stay, because it would have been too harsh for us. You know, he was that kind of guy that you loved as a character. Like he had the perfect mix of a father figure, a badass, someone, you know, like he had a good mix. Food. Yes, food.
That burger looked hella good, man. Like he was like that typical diner figure, you know. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, he's wiping his tables.
Yeah.
I think they didn't expect him to be that great of a character, so they just killed him. You know, like
that great of an actor.
He really was just a cameo, you know.
Yeah.
Not cameo, but he really was just like a one-off, you know, super
minor character, minor.
Yeah, minor role. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what I really like. So.
Yeah. Sorry, DZ, go on.
Oh no, you go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, DZ, it's over, man. Do it. Nice. So yeah. What I liked about the way they explain things, is they left it very vague. Even though they managed to explain a lot, but that's also kind of what detracted from the experience a bit for me. That's very personal for me, because there are times where I just wanted to know what the hell was going on, and till the very end they didn't explain it, which I think from a story point of view is great, because they leave themselves room to explain more in coming seasons. They leave you wanting to find out. They leave you wanting to find out what's going on. But for me, it's just, I think it's also the anxiety of fearing that there won't be a good payoff. I mean, with recent stories that have kind of scarred me with that. But yeah, like overall, it was a good show for me. So DZ, I want to know more about what you liked about the details.
Okay, I'll go on first with the cast and the characters. I think that like almost every character was fleshed out well, so you really get invested with them. From like each family member, you understand what their stake is on what's happening, especially with the mom, with Joyce, Winona Ryder. I mean, the way she played her role as a Winona Ryder. She, like, you know, she's so
Ryder.
Winona. Yeah, I mean the stressed out mom that, you know, like, where's my son? She played it really well. I like those scenes.
what's the name of that character in Noli Me Tangere who loses her son?
Sisa.
Sisa? I don't know.
I never read that book.
What? What? Did you go to high school?
I did.
Southridge
Hey,
cover it?
yeah, I didn't read it, but it doesn't mean I still can't find a way past, right?
Oh,
But anyway,
God.
like, she's that role,
That's
like
there's, have you heard
the
of
crazy mother looking for her child.
Mhm,
Yeah, she
mhm.
played the crazy mother, but like
Yeah.
obviously she's not. But like she nailed it. She nailed the role. The kids, what I like is that they really acted like kids in this series, because you know how some TV shows try to portray kids, they make them speak like adults, but the way
Yeah.
these kids speak, they really speak like their age. So they pull it off really well. They really talk like children.
That
The
just
terms
boils
they use.
down to great writing, you know?
Yeah, I mean the fact that they call the parallel universe, they call it the upside down.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's so
they're so, like they're kids, but they're also like smart kids, you know. And
yeah,
but they don't.
Nerds!
It's not. It's not to the point where they pretend to be smart kids. They just
Yeah.
really like the things that they're into, so they really know a lot about that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like Dungeons and Dragons and the ham radio or whatever radio
Yeah,
that
the ham
was.
radio was a nice
Science, science, bitch.
and some
touch.
people might argue, but
Bitch.
some people might argue like, but they're kids, aren't they supposed to be afraid and helpless? But no, that's not the case. Kids are not always helpless, and they're not always
Yeah.
dumb or idiots. They're actually they can, if used properly in cinema, they can they can add a lot to the story itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
And
lot
they
of
did-
kids
they
are
did-
like
yeah.
fearless.
Yeah, they did show a lot of the fear anyway. The fact
Yeah.
that they 11 was afraid to go back. That's actually a great point. Is sometimes kids aren't afraid until they're faced with the thing they should be afraid of, and then
Yeah.
they get really scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I mean,
true.
yeah. So fucking
And-
that fucking thing at the end.
Yeah, and I got one more thing. One more thing like that. You know
What?
how like how Steven Spielberg makes his movies when he teases the audience so much before he reveals the monster or something. Like in
Mhm.
Jurassic Park, it's like the footsteps of doom, and then you see the glass, the sound waves shaking the glass.
And then
like
the
you're
T-Rex
like,
comes out.
yeah, that's why like, for me this it looks like something. This series looked like something Spielberg directed, because the way that they portray the monster, it's like at the first few episodes I'm like, oh my god, what is it? I'm really tense, but I don't need to see it. I mean, I of course I want to see it, but I'm like, why don't you show it already? It's like
Mm-hmm.
the tension, that the build up and the tension is what's more intriguing than the actual thing itself. And then when they show it, it's not disappointing, because they only show the monster in like dark areas and like simple flashes of light, but that
Mhm.
adds up to the creep factor. You could still see the figure as is, that it is like that. So it's not a crappy budget looking monster. It looks it looks pretty good. It looks really
Yeah.
good for a TV series. So that's why it's great how they dealt with the whole monster.
Yeah.
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 And like it really was because the creators, the Doofer brothers,
The
whatever,
Doofer brothers.
like they said they really were inspired by like Stephen King and Steven Spielberg. Like there's a lot of things like that kind of touch on like what Spielberg does. Like he always has like a group of kids. He always like, it's kind of like E.T. Like they were paying to all the stuff
E.T.?
that Spielberg did and Stephen King did, and they had like the typical sort of like character tropes that he would have in his films. Like in terms of like the kids and their dynamic. So which is why it was really great. Which is why I really love it.
When they
I
have
love
those
shit like
scenes
that.
with the kids and the bicycles, and then they're like trying to hide this being under the.
Yeah, like that's straight out of
Yeah.
E.T.
Yeah,
like,
that's super E.T. right there.
Yeah. Even like you know how they were using a slingshot to try and kill the monster. Spoiler. That's from It. I don't know if you guys ever watched It, the Stephen King clown movie.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Like they use the slingshot to kill the monster in that one. And
it just is. I just remembered like It. Wait, in It, it was a spider, right?
It was like a polymorph. Like he could transform into whatever the fuck he wanted to like whatever would scare you the most, he would transform into.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like how they
Yeah.
did all that.
But yeah, great show in the end, man. Stranger Things was my favorite show so far of 2016.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Again, definitely a pickup for you people at home. Definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix, son. Or download it.
Netflix. Oh, sorry. I had an image for Stranger Things, but I forgot to pull it up.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the whole 80s, like, it's so good. Like,
Yeah, even
we
the
can go on and
intro
on.
looks like it was from the 80s. The neon
Yeah.
lights look. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can go on and
Like,
on. Yeah.
The tinting of the camera, everything. Yeah, it was great. Straight out of the 80s. Before we move on to the topic, to the next news topic, I just want to point out, it has a very large similarity to Seinfeld in that a lot of the problems they encountered could be fixed by a cell phone.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. So like,
well, because that's the thing, though. You know, like they said it in the 80s so that they would that wouldn't be a factor.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
Dude,
exactly.
like,
But yeah.
their walkie-talkies are like godlike huge.
Like-
In their face, man.
yeah.
And
Like,
I think that's
can
what a
you
lot
read
of
me?
shows kind of
Can you
encounter
read me?
now. Hello.
hello.
But like a lot of shows encounter that now because like, oh, we could give him like this problem, but then they're like, he could just call her on her cell phone though, like, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
technology is affecting everything, man, even like storytelling. It's
Yeah, definitely. All right, so moving on, to bridge a little bit of the technology and the medieval fantasy, we got He-Man. He-Man. Thanks to Mr. McG over here, the same man who brought us Chuck and
McJizzle.
Mc. No. No.
Chuck.
Yeah.
McJizzle.
It's explicit tag gone. Okay. So we got some news on the He-Man front thanks to Nerdist and IGN interviews. So McG is heading the new He-Man project. He's in charge of everything. He's going to be casting it. He's going to be directing it. Everything. And to start off, he was asked about how it's going to play out. You know, what's the tone and feel of the movie going to be like? And he said it's going to be they're observing Game of Thrones, and you know they want to follow in the same vein as Guardians of the Galaxy as well. And Nerdist does a great job of pointing out like the world building that Game of Thrones presents would fit well with the world of He-Man. You know, He-Man has Eternia, which is where he's from. It's not exactly Earth, but you know, it's a fantastical land, and it's got that medieval fantasy feel that with a little bit of technology added in, where Game of Thrones would be a good inspiration, which is a great thing that he's taking inspiration from it. And if we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy.
You okay there, Harold? What's going on, man?
Yeah, sorry.
Is he puberty already?
So with Guardians of the Galaxy, they really want to talk about how. So with Guardians of the Galaxy, they really want to get the inspiration from like how they managed to balance the humor and the action. It's hard to pull off the silliness that Guardians brings with the same action that the same movie brings out. You know, think Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon could have been an epic mistake, but they managed to do something with it that was amazing.
Yeah, it could have been so like weird and awkward, no? Like him on on screen would have been like, bother me. I can't watch this movie.
Oh, sorry.
He did it really well.
Sorry, you went a little. Oh, you're cutting in and out a little bit. That's my fault. That's my fault. Sorry. Could you cut off of on screen?
Oh,
Could
could
you-
you repeat what you said about Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah, real quick about like on screen.
I was just saying it could have been really awkward. Him being on screen, like we could have been super bothered by him being like super CGI. Could have been like, dude,
Yeah.
it looks so awkward. But they did a really great job, and I think that's why they got like legit actors to voice them and like be
Yeah.
like the emotion. You know how they kind of like, I don't know if they did that for Rocket Raccoon, but you know how sometimes they like put sensors on their face so that they get the actual emotion of the actor while they're talking.
Yeah, they did the
You
same
know?
thing with Bumberfeld Cumbersnarch for Smaug.
Yeah, exactly. For the
Yeah.
all great Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think as long as they,
Cumbersnarch. Yeah.
yeah, I think as long as they bring life to the characters. I mean, like especially, I mean, to the mystical characters of He-Man. I mean, I think it'll do okay. No matter like, because you know He-Man's tiger is like a cowardly
Yes!
tiger until he turns like.
Exactly.
If they can portray that the little kitty in a big tiger's body, and then like if they can switch that to when he becomes He-Man to like a ferocious tiger,
Battle Cat.
then they can do that. But as long they just have to make sure that they can, you know, they just express those emotions because those are the characters of He-Man.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you bring that up, Mikhail, with the sensors, because they could do the exact same thing for Battle Cat, you know, and for Cringer, before he turns into Battle Cat with He-Man. They could do the exact same thing, and if they could do it well, and it'd be a welcome addition to the cast. You know, he wouldn't just be a side character that He-Man would just like poke at and ride to battle. He'd actually be an integral role in a lot of the tone and feel of the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
this movie has like a super fine line between being Game of Thrones and Guardians of the Galaxy and The
Yeah.
Rock's Hercules. I don't know if that's just me. That's just how I feel. No, because like it could be that bad, you know, like it could turn that way. You know?
Yeah.
And they won't have the Rocks, you know, like saving, you know, like automatic like box office hit, like to save them, you know, because like Hercules was a bad movie, but it still made money because it was The Rock. And people get to watch The Rock.
Hey man, I would pay to see The Rock in a blonde wig like with bangs. I would pay
But
good
you guys
money
see where
for
I'm
that.
coming from, right? Like there's a super fine line that they don't want to cross. Like they don't want to get lazy, you know, like. But I don't think it's gonna happen. But it could.
Well, you know, maybe when they say that, you know, we're gonna take basis off Game of Thrones, I guess it's more of just the you know, the look, the fact that it's in a somewhat medieval setting.
Yeah. All I mean is that it could either be as good as Game of Thrones and Guardians of the Galaxy was, or it could be as comical and The Rock's Hercules was.
See, when you say it skates the line between Game of Thrones and Guardians of the Galaxy, The Rock's Hercules skated the line between awful and it skated the line between a B movie and an A movie. Like that's so
and it turned into a B movie pretty.
it pretty much turned into a B movie with an amazing lead. I mean, dude, that breastplate was just awful.
The one that was disproportional to his actual body.
Yeah, dude.
He's too big to play a normal person. That's my only problem with Rock. His bodybuilding is like affecting him.
Oh man, yeah, he's bigger now than he was when he was wrestling. So, McG is having a big meeting with Sony regarding preparations for the movie this Wednesday. So it'd be like Thursday for us. And it's interesting that you bring up Hercules because, like we talked about in the previous show, Kellen Lutz is pitching heavily to play the role of He-Man, and Kellen Lutz was the guy who played the Hercules that no one saw. He pushed out that Hercules movie around the same time that The Rock pushed out his Hercules movie, and we all know who won that.
Really? I don't even remember that.
Were you not aware of that?
Yeah, there were like 2 Hercules movies at the same time. I was like, wait, which one?
I thought he was just Poseidon in Clash of the Titans. Like that's all I.
No,
and
dude,
the Twilight dude.
And then he was Emmett in Twilight. No, but he's pitching heavily to play He-Man, and McGee was asked about Kellen Lutz, and he was saying that they haven't cast the role of He-Man yet. They're not ready to do that, but they are looking through who can play He-Man, and he likes Kellen Lutz. He likes how passionate he is about the story of not only He-Man, but Adam as a character, He-Man's alter ego. And it turns out Kellen Lutz actually knows quite a lot about Adam and He-Man. So it's good for him in terms of casting that he has that option. So like he said, they're not ready to cast it yet, but they're looking into it. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Kellen Lutz is He-Man? I know we talked about this before.
I think they should go with an unknown, to be honest. I mean, it's hard to mix a well-known actor with a well-known character at the same time, or like a prominent actor, like imagine if like Tom Hanks was like Superman. But I think that's a bad analogy. Like you can't do. I guess Kellen Lutz isn't really Tom Hanks.
But yeah, I know what you mean. It'd be better if they got someone who's different, a new face.
But another thing, like working for Kellen Lutz, is that he's not really super well known. So I guess he could still do it, and people would be like, "Oh, who's this new guy?" Like,
and that's the thing. This could be his breakout role. Not that Chris Pratt wasn't famous before Guardians, but Guardians really like showed him in a different light.
Him.
Yeah, he was leading man material after, he was leading man material after Guardians of the Galaxy. Before that he was just that fat guy on Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Well, as long as they don't put like, a celebrity at the level of Will Smith in this movie, then I think it'll do well, right? It's like someone who's still rising, but he's not Will Smith level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Suicide Squad.
Once again, I'm gonna talk about that fine line, but there's a fine line between because like if you go with unknowns, that could go either really well or really bad. You get really bad actors who you think would do well, or really good actors who then do well and carry your movie, and then you have like this whole thing going on. But it's tough, man. There's a lot of pressure, especially with established like franchises like He-Man that people know about already. So. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you see how badly Michael Bay messed up Transformers.
They just went too far, man. The first one was great. The first one was good. And then they just did it. They just did too much.
Okay, here. The latest one with the dinosaurs. The only part I liked about that movie was when the Dinobots came in, and then after that, everything was shit.
Age of Extinction. Is that what it was? Transformers?
I don't even remember. I just know.
I think we've got a Transformer.
I remember when the first one came out, man, and it was like, oh, Megan Fox, oh, Shia LaBeouf, and it was like, it was so great. It was a great.
That was when you thought Shia LaBeouf's star was on the rise, and then they made more, and it kind of messed with it.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, like, he's super Saiyan in my opinion. He was like,
yes.
He's like he was my favorite actor of like the
growing up
of that time. Like he did Indiana Jones as well. He had Disturbia, which is one of my favorite movies. Man, was
Disturbia good?
Oh, Disturbia was great, man. Like for what it was, It's like a summer flick. It's one of those movies like you just watch randomly. You have no idea what it's about with like your buddies, and like it's a great movie with a hot girl and Shia LaBeouf. And
did you guys Shia LaBeouf? Did you guys see him in Eagle Eye?
Yes, I saw Eagle Eye. I'm telling you, man, Shia LaBeouf's my dude.
Oh,
He's
wow.
my dude. That movie was okay. Not
okay.
No, for me, I think for me that was like when that was the last movie I watched with Shia, and that's when I started not seeing him anywhere anymore after Eagle Eye.
So you went John Cena.
He went like super because he went like super artsy. Kasi like he started doing like he did like after that. I think he did a couple
That
of more
YouTube-
movies, and then he didn't want to do like commercial films anymore. You know, like he just wanted to do like indie stuff. Like he did Nymphomaniacs, I think it was called, that other movie where they
Mhm,
actually have like
mhm.
real sex on
Yeah.
on screen, but it's artsy, so it's not porn. You know, it's like a real movie. And then he did that tank movie with Fury. He did Fury with
Mad Max.
Brad.
Fury, yeah, he did Fury, right?
Yeah, he did Fury, that tank movie with
Yeah, that
with
that was
Logan
that-
Lerman or whatever the fuck his name is.
that was a
Yeah,
good
that was
movie.
a cool movie.
Yeah, I really like Fury.
So in the end, what I'm saying is Shia LaBeouf should be He-Man. That's what I'm saying. Should fucking cast Shia LaBeouf as He-Man.
Bringing it around.
World Cup, like,
Bring it
they're
around.
gonna give him. They're gonna give the Steve Rogers. They're gonna
Bringing it
They're gonna
around.
give the Steve Rogers treatment. Like when he's Adam, he's like his CG body's like a pipsqueak, and then when he gets the sword, he becomes like the Rock's bod.
Yeah, man, why not? If they
Well-
could turn The Rock into a fat dude in Central Intelligence, they could turn Shia LaBeouf
Yeah,
into
Think of it.
He-Man.
I was gonna say it's the reverse effect though. When they turned Steve Rogers with CGI, they made him skinnier. They made Chris Evans
Yeah.
skinnier. When they made The Rock fat,
I mean,
they didn't make him like super buff after being like The Rock isn't fat. Then he became super buff thanks to CGI. Like,
you
Yeah.
can make a fat and a buff guy.
It's true.
all right. So wrapping
Like,
up
you could kinda get
wrapping
away
up
with
the He-Man news, wrapping up the He-Man news, so we can move on finally. So Earth is mentioned in the story, but it's largely going to be set in Eternia. When McG was asked about Skeletor, because a lot of movies, especially hero-based movies, they're only as good as their villain. So they're looking for the right actor and not a big star. Whether the right actor is a big star or not won't matter. Asked if Skeletor is someone that should be CGI or practical, he talked about how they're doing makeup testing, and they're also going to look over some images to see if he's better as CGI. For me, I think Skeletor, it doesn't matter as long as the actor is great. However he's made up won't matter. As long as the story is great, the actor won't matter. The how he looks won't matter. If they can write a great story where he just paints his face like a skull, then I really won't care as long as the story fits it. And
I think they can do. I think they can do more practical with Skeletor than CGI, because like it's only the skull that'll be CGI if ever.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. That's
They
true.
don't really
That's
show
true.
face because it's all black.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's actually a very good point. And lastly, when talking about the story, he was asked, is Battlecat going to be in it? And he's saying, yeah, of course. It's something where as you discover Adam and He-Man, you have to also discover Cringer and Battlecat. Like we talked about earlier, Battlecat. Oh, Mikhail, your camera went vertical.
Yeah, sorry, I'm texting. Oh, sorry. Go on,
Okay.
go on. No, mind
Yeah,
me.
so when you have Battlecat, he's going to elevate the story more, and I think they're very aware of that. In the same sense that you get Rocket, you get Groot. Those are the only examples that are spraying into my mind. But when you get that kind of character, not only does it elevate the comedy, but the drama is just that much more intense. Hello.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think it kind of lagged for a bit for me.
No, it's okay. So in terms of Battlecat, I think he is essential. He-Man should be good as long as they treat the property right, which is what McG said they will be doing, and something they have to do. If you read the interview, he sounds very sincere. He sounds like the type of person that'll say, if it's not good, we're not going to put it out. He sounds like that kind of guy.
Oh, so at least he knows that.
Yeah,
At least he knows that.
at least for He-Man.
Yeah, I mean, like, people say that, but at the end of the day, like, it's really the production company, like Sony, like if they say we don't care, just release it. You already spent all this money. Like, you know, if even if he's like, I need to reshoot this, you know, it's not there yet. They're still gonna release it. You know, look what happened to
Warcraft.
Fantastic Four. That was a Sony thing too, right? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah. That was gonna be
You
awful.
You know, like
It was awful. It was
like
awful.
that's why like it being under Sony is kind of iffy for me. They're kind of hit or miss, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Spider-Man movies were okay, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
First Spider-Man movie is
hopefully,
good.
yeah, but like it's gonna be rough, you know. I'm gonna try not to have expectations for this. You know?
Yeah. So, so we can expect a first He-Man movie really good, second and third really bad with 7 or 8 villains per movie. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the Sony timeline. You know, that's how they work. That's how they like to do it. Jamie Foxx is gonna be in the second one.
Oh yeah. As who's the whitest character in He-Man? That's who he's gonna play. All right. So moving on. So
He-Man is the whitest character in He-Man. He'll be He-Man.
he's gonna play He-Man.
Man.
God.
The power. I wonder. They have to get that right though, at least.
Oh, the scene where he transforms to He-Man.
Yeah, and the chat.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I have the power.
Yeah. The
gonna be
vocal
epic.
effects.
It'd be
Okay.
nice if they make it sound a bit like the cartoon.
Yeah. They can just lift it from the cartoon. No one's gonna care. All right. So
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Kevin Conroy speaks out on Batman v Superman. So has it been months? It's been months, right? So it's been months since Batman v Superman, or as some people annoyingly call it, BVS. So
BVS, baby.
okay, I should not have done that in front of you. So Kevin Conroy has spoken out, and you know he said that he disapproves, and this is what he thinks. The problem was with Batman v Superman, and this is his problem specifically with Batman v Superman, was Batman killed. And Mikhail, I know you kind of didn't like this about Batfleck as well. Is the fact that he killed, and Batman, for all intents and purposes, never kills, whether in the comics or in the TV shows. That's like the line he doesn't want to cross, because he has that code.
Why do you think
where
the Joker's not dead, man?
Yeah, exactly.
He can't do it.
There are scenes in comic books where they talk about like why don't you kill, and he's talked about how that's the line. You justify it by saying this is the only time because this is the biggest threat. But every time the second you do that, the moment you do that, what's to stop you from justifying it every time by saying this is the biggest threat? This is the next big threat. If I don't do this, there's no tomorrow. Like you can easily fall into that slippery slope. And I get what they were trying to do with Batman v Superman, where Superman was his redemptive figure. Where I see how he did it, so I'm gonna start doing it that way. But that's not Batman. Batman from the very beginning should be aware that that's not how you do it. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
He'll always do it his way. Oh, sorry, you could go ahead.
Oh yeah. Sige. I think by making the decision to make Batman kill people in Batman v Superman, it's like shooting themselves in the foot, because there's so many stories of Batman where they can use by the idea that he doesn't kill anyone, because as you guys were saying, Joker thrives in the fact that he doesn't kill, that Batman doesn't kill, so he plays along with that. So that alienates Warner Brothers from ever making a future story of Batman where that could be a problem, where the fact that he doesn't kill, right? I mean, injustice in itself.
Just kill him. You already killed him.
Yeah, I mean, like we can, like, if ever in the future, like, they make a movie about, let's say, the Killing Joke, right, using Ben Affleck's Batman. Or they can't use the idea that a Batman can't kill.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they do, they'll be like, but he killed in that last movie. Why can't he do it now?
The nitpickers, will be like, hey man, let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
if ever they make it a thing, because of course, like if they make it a thing where, like, he's about to kill, like, like in the scene in The Dark Knight when he has the Joker, like, dangling on the roof,
Yeah.
and, like, he could easily just let him drop, but he saves him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the line, and that's Christopher Nolan did it so well. He
Yes.
knows that the Batman doesn't kill,
Yes.
and he doesn't kill. Like, even like in the fight scenes, like, it's always just like a knockout blow. It's never like
Mm-hmm.
refresh my memory. When does he kill people? And who does he kill in BVS? I'm sorry, Harold. In BVS.
Batman. When he was
Batman
when
vs Superman.
he tried to kill when he was like beating up those thugs in the latter portion of the movie after he finds out that Clark's mother's name is Martha also. When he's
No,
trying
but
to
doesn't he
What's that?
shoot people as well? Like, aren't there scenes like early on in the movie where he shoots
that-
people?
That was in the kind of like the future thing, right? Where
Oh, the foreshadowing
The-
thing.
the foreshadowing thing, right? Where he's like fighting in the desert. Is that the scene that you're talking about? Where he's shooting people? Is it that one?
That's one of them, but I know there's like two or three scenes where you can actually say that he killed someone there.
Yeah, because like in those like flash forwards or whatever the hell you want to call it, it's super based off of the Dark Knight Returns and
Yeah.
like the Frank Miller run of Batman.
Mhm.
And in that sort of timeline, he kind of already crossed that line.
Mhm.
So maybe because they used this Batman, I might be wrong. I could be a mistake here, but maybe because they based it so much off of that comic, then they
Mhm.
were okay with crossing that line. But I don't know. It's still weird though, because this is a super, because it's supposed to be a later Batman. So I think he's already crossed that line, and that's why it was okay for them to do it. Because if you look at like when he walks through his Batcave, so many shit has already like gone on in his life. It's an older Batman. So I think that's why they were okay with crossing that line. So maybe that's what kind of justifies it, sort of, because there are storylines where Batman does sort of cross that line and he does kind of like end up almost killing someone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know, you can. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Harold.
No, I'll wrap it up. So go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, just to point out. Okay, who are the old Batmans? There's Val
Michael
Kilmer, George Clooney. One of those guys. I remember there's in the old Batman movies, he actually kills someone, because you know how before they would portray dynamite as like literally sticks dynamite, and it's all strapped together with with a clock on it. I think it was George. I think it was George Clooney. He literally gets that bomb. He tags it onto someone, as in he just sticks it on someone and pushes him off, like, not a ledge, but like he just pushes him to the floor.
I remember
he
seeing
walks
that.
to the camera, and that guy blows up. Like, of course, okay, that's obviously Batman killing someone. So like, why are they only bringing it up
this is also
now?
like the Michael Schumacher, like the Batman. I don't really count George Clooney. I refuse. I refuse to count that as Batman.
This is bat nipples we're talking about. So like,
it's bat nipples.
It could be
so,
one of it was Val Kilmer. If it was my
Val Kilmer, not so much either. Michael Keaton would be one where, like, if it happened in his movie, I would have been like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, I don't count Val Kilmer and George Clooney, those movies, because they were so bad.
Yeah.
So damn bad.
That's why Michael Schumacher should just stick to Formula One racing.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's just to wrap it up. In terms of Ben Affleck's Batman, and to story wise, when we're talking about justifying like why, okay, so he's an older, grislier Batman. Sure, that could be why, but again, they're doing the same thing they did with the Man of Steel movie, where they destroy the city first, and then they talk about it in a different movie. You know, they mess up Metropolis first and seemingly kill millions of people and don't address it. And then later on, that's where they go to it. So it's the same kind of principle where they're like, yeah, Batman kills now. He's gone through a lot of shit. But then, you know, it's the execution that's wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure someone else that could have done this movie could have made it work. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Zack Snyder gets too many passes, man. I don't know why. He's like...
You saw that open letter that was written by one of the Warner Bros. Employees. That was released online. It's too long to get into. Basically, it's a really nice written letter by an employee of Warner Bros. Addressing all the bullshit that Warner Bros. Has been doing with their line of movies for the past few years.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's somewhere in the news. I think Jay saved it somewhere.
It's hard, man. They're playing catch up to Marvel, so there's a lot of pressure. Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Whose fault is that?
It's Marvel's fault.
It's Hydra's fault.
It's Hydra's fault.
Yeah, hail Hydra.
Yeah, hail Hydra.
They have a Hydra agents in Universal, man, or
in Warner Brothers. Yeah, no, but that's the thing though, is like everyone says that the pressure is on because of Marvel, but they kind of put the pressure on themselves because they rested on their laurels for so long. They've had DC movies, Batman movies coming out since God knows when. And they were fine with it, you know. They're like, yeah, let's not do a Flash movie. No one can make it work. Let's not do an Aquaman movie. They can't make it work. Justice League movie? Fuck that. We can't make it work. And
they did make a Justice League movie, which is really hard.
Yeah. No, hey, I remember seeing that as a kid and liking it, and then seeing it as in college and wondering why I was watching it.
It's one of those that doesn't age well, you know. Like you watch it, and then it's not the Power Rangers. You know, the Power Rangers always age well, but.
Yeah,
that movie.
Yeah, but yeah. So again, Warner Brothers shot themselves in the foot. So I'm gonna go over the show notes real quick and just go straight to our final piece of news because we're kind of pushing time a bit. Kenny Baker, body, the guy who was in the R2-D2 suit for all six all six George Lucas Star Wars movies. Has sadly passed away at the I guess okay age of 81. You know, I wouldn't mind going at 81.
Hey man, 81's a good number.
That's a good number.
Yeah. So he passed away Saturday morning last week, and he'd been ill for a while. So his family and the people close to him kind of expected it. So yeah.
Was it like cancer or?
I don't think they specified, but yeah. So that's why I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt for this episode. You know, it's my version of pouring one out for the homie. Because if I pour one out right now, I have a wooden floor. Not good. So Kenny Baker, you will be missed. You were surpassed by technology, and it's sad to see you go.
So he was in, right?
No, he wasn't in The Force Awakens. He was just in 1 through 6, and they just used remote controls for The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was. No, I asked if he. So he was also in 1, 2, 3, and then he was in 4. He was also in 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's good that they moved on to CG because I can imagine how hard it would be to move in that suit, even if he is small and can fit. It's still.
Yeah.
I mean, being in a mascot costume is hard enough.
Yeah,
but something
definitely.
But hey, man, he made his living off of it, so
yeah, he pulled it off.
Made him rich.
So kudos to him.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
I keep forgetting to move these images along. Like we talked about Kevin Conroy. We talked about no. Yeah, Kenny Baker.
Man,
all right.
I like He-Man, right?
You like He-Man? Yeah. He-Man.
I like He-Man.
All right,
Yeah.
and on that dour note,
Chewie, get us out of here!
I think it's time to play a game. Guys.
Hey, question: is the director's name Michael? It's Michael Schumacher, right? Schumacher.
Can you Google that? Can someone Google that real quick? Because I don't want to lose my
Director
internet.
of who? Director of who? Sorry, I'll do it.
The director of the
George
Batman, the George Clooney Batmans. Because I know Michael
Batmans.
Schumacher's the Formula One racer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, why are we talking about Michael Schumacher?
No, but his name is also that's
Joel
his name
Schumacher.
also.
Joel Schumacher.
There we go.
Yeah.
It was killing me. It was killing
Oh
me.
my god, I was gonna
Anyways,
say Arnold
Is
Schwarzenegger
that
is
the
the
game?
best. Huh? What?
is that the game?
I don't know, but
What's his real? What's the Schumacher's real name? Anyways, go on.
Joel Schumacher. I just love Arnold Schwarzenegger in Batman Arkham.
Oh yeah, man.
Mr.
Today's
Freeze.
forecast. Freeze.
Allow me to break the ice.
Allow
to
me
break
to
the
break the ice.
The best is like, you know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Ice Age. Yo, it killed the dinosaurs.
That's
Oh,
one
it's
line.
so bad. It was such a bad movie.
That's bad.
Such.
All right, circling back
All right,
to Star
everyone.
Wars
Yeah.
real quick. Circling back to Star Wars for our game.
Yay.
All right, it's time for our first game of the day. Today it's going to be about R2-D2. So we talked about Kenny Baker, and in honor of Kenny Baker, our first game is going to be about R2-D2. So Mikhail, this is going to be your game. I'm going to give you about a minute to
Alrighty.
deliberate later on, but first, DZ, I'm going to tell you guys the rules. So this special game is brought to you by Google. Thank you, Google, for sponsoring our timer. Yeah, I'm going to be bringing that up in just a second, but it's going to be a true or false question. So a little simpler for you today, Mikhail. It's going to be true or false.
Sweet.
And DZ, I want
I
you
like
to
it.
I want you
50-50.
DZ, I want you to guess whether or not Mikhail will get this right or wrong.
Okay. Well, did I say it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, last week I feel bad that I didn't
Oh,
have faith
sorry.
in Mikhail. So this
And I
week
got it right.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did get it right.
The question was too easy, man.
No, man.
Hey, the
Oh.
questions are
I was
appropriate.
kidding. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna
Don't
put my
blame
faith
the
in
questions.
Don't blame the questions.
All right. I'll put my faith in Mikhail this time. Yeah, he's gonna get it right.
He's gonna get it right. All right, Mikhail, vote of
Pressure
confidence
is
for you
on.
today.
The pressure is on.
Yeah, after telling DZ that you were let down by his lack of support, you gotta get this one right this week.
Yeah, man. I would never doubt you, DZ. I would never.
We'll see later.
Oh, God.
All right, so Mikhail, your question for today: Kenny Baker was once left in the R2-D2 suit for over an hour while the crew went off for lunch. True or false?
What? Say it again, sorry?
So Kenny Baker
Kenny
was once
Baker-
left in the R2-D2 suit for over an hour because the crew forgot him and they went off for lunch.
Oh my god, if that's true, these people are horrible.
I'm gonna go with true.
You gonna go
Final
with true?
answer.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
not? Do you wanna deliberate that for a minute? Yeah. You
No, man. This is how I tackled true or false questions in school. Just gotta.
All right. So you're not gonna tell. You're not gonna walk us through your process. You're just gonna go true. You're just gonna go true.
That is my process. 50-50. True. But I also
Okay.
think I read that also somewhere before. I might be wrong, but hey, man, I'm gonna go for it. 50-50.
Go for it. All right. Very brave, Mikhail. So we're gonna go with. All right, we're gonna go with true. So you're gonna say Kenny Baker was once left in the R2-D2 suit for over an hour while the crew shooting the movie went off for lunch. Judges, can we get a drum roll? Congratulations,
I knew you could do it, Mikhail. I
Mikhail
had my
and
faith in you this
DZ.
time.
Congratulations, you two.
Two
So
in a
yes, it is true. So usually, apparently, how it went before was he couldn't see. You know, he was trapped in that tin can, and there was no way for him to see the outside world at all. So how it would go is after each take, a crew member would have to go up to his suit, knock on the suit with a hammer, just like go bang at it, and that's how he'd know that the tick was over. Other than that, he was there.
Shit.
He was trapped there, and they did actually leave him there for over an hour. I think it was the filming of A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back, one of those. It was the original trilogy, one of the movies there, and they actually talk about this in Star Wars Celebration quite a bit. So yeah, man, it sucks. I would not want to be
pissed.
I would have been pissed, dude. Like apparently they joke about it all the time, even when he talked about it before. But dude, I'm pretty sure he was pissed when it happened.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed. I'd be super pissed.
So horrible. In fairness, that is pretty shitty to happen.
Yeah, because it'd get like super hot in that suit as well. And imagine they were filming in the desert when it happened. So like,
Jesus Christ.
Like, not only was he there for an hour in the heat, he was friggin' hungry as well.
Yeah, it was lunchtime. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So
Poor Kenny Baker.
before, and a little known fact actually is he did not get along with Anthony Daniels.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, little known. I mean, it's not a little known fact. Like I'm sure a lot of people know, but I'm sure a lot of people also don't
It's
know.
like Dirty Dancing, you know, like Patrick Swayze and what's her name didn't really get along either.
Oh yeah, yeah. But the chemistry though, the on-screen chemistry.
Yeah, and they made beautiful dance scenes.
Can you do it again?
We should make a dance show, guys, where we just talk about different dance routines in movies and how great they are. We break it down. Mental note. Boom. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! All right, so let's get into some video game news.
Yeah.
All right, so in video game news, DZ, you take the lead for this one.
Okay, so as we all know, one of the most anticipated games of this year is Final Fantasy 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was delayed again. It was delayed by
Boo.
2 months. Now, here's the thing. It's always 50-50, but the developers at least gave an answer as to why. It's not those kinds of announcements where, we're just going to delay it, but then we stay quiet for a week and then we announce. They announced the delay and they announced it ASAP as to why. The reason why is because the Hajime Tabata, I think, the head guy of the development team.
Hajime Tabata.
Tabata.
Hajime.
Or Hajime
Tabata.
something. Yeah, but anyway, so they announced that, so it's the reason why they wanted to delay is because they don't want to give a day one patch. As in, according to them, the dev team has already mastered it, so to speak. They want another month or two to really polish it so that they make sure that when it's released, they don't need people to download the day one patch, because they understand that when you download day one patches, they're pretty huge, because this is how it normally goes according to him in terms of game development. After the game has been made, it takes about 1 to 2 months to mass produce physical copies. Okay, that's like printing of the CDs and whatnot. And lately, since of course internet's been a thing, since technologies, and since the whole day one patch crap has been starting, I think Mikhail. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
we lost him.
So
I'll try and get him back.
that 1 to 2 month gap for mass producing copies, devs actually use that sometimes to fix bugs, to do a bit more bug testing, so that upon release, okay, here's the day one patch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like, it kind of sucks that, okay, we're not getting so you mean to tell me there's still bugs in the game that you supposedly mastered, right?
Yeah.
So what the dev team behind FF15 want, they don't want that to happen. They want it when it's ready, it's ready. So, great Japanese noblemen.
Taking a cue from Blizzard Entertainment and only releasing it when it's ready.
Yeah, so it's great because they understand the idea that not everyone has not everyone has high speed internet. They don't have the ability to or the capacity, the accessibility of high speed internet to download such a huge patch, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's
It's
again,
great.
it's the problem with a lot of developers nowadays, where they think, yeah, we'll release the game and then we'll just fix it later on with a huge ass patch. And
Yeah, we'll just patch it.
Yeah. So it's nice to see that they're so committed to, providing such a good game to, to buyers, to consumers. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think it's like is that a problem with you guys? The question is like, it's delayed, sure, but is that such a big problem with the reason why they're delaying it?
no, I'd rather have the game delayed and come out great than for it to be released early and then be shitty. Because as much as we'd like to think it isn't, first impressions are really gonna stick.
Yeah.
That's especially where you get the casual players to come in, and they're not sure about what this game is about, as much as the people who are really following the franchise, and you mess it up on the first day where they're exploring, and it's over for them. They're not going to go back to that game.
Yeah, you can lose a lot in that first, patch.
Yeah, I'd rather people whine and bitch about it online and say, oh, they're taking our money, blah blah blah, because those same people who are bitching and whining are still going to end up playing the game, and at least when they do end up playing the game, they're going to enjoy it, and they're not going to have anything to say. It's the same thing with Mikhail. What's that indie game from Indie Game the movie where he kept putting it off? The Canadian guy kept putting it off for forever.
Fez.
Fez. There we go. Yes, Fez. So
Yeah,
it's the same thing with Fez. If he'd released it because of all the freaking cyberbullying he was getting,
Pressure, all that pressure.
and it would have turned out bad anyway. What's the point if you release it later and it turns out to be a masterpiece? No one's gonna remember that it was released late. They're just gonna remember that they had a great time playing it. So it's something a lot of these studios have to start realizing, because as long in the tooth as the video game industry has, it's still not quite aware of this, especially with the big companies.
Yeah. I mean, that's because there's always people in suits behind everything who make these crappy decisions. So like, thank God that at least the team behind Final Fantasy is in that issue, and they want to release a masterpiece.
That's kind of what you get when you're an established franchise. That's why Blizzard has that thing. It's fine because people know that's how they operate. But Final Fantasy, it's something that even though they delay it, people are still gonna want to play it because it's Final Fantasy, man. Everybody's gonna play it.
Yeah, they're gonna buy it no matter when it's released.
Yeah.
It's come to that point. I think with video games that are so awesome that I don't care when it comes out as long as it does. I mean, we've come to the point where we can wait already.
Yeah.
Games. I mean, it's natural that games get delayed, but when it comes out, we're gonna buy it anyway, no matter when it comes out. Even if it's because usually they have this idea. Of course, sales rise Christmas, summer season, but even if it's New Year's, even if it's something August or as soon as school starts, so what? I'm still gonna buy the game. I'm gonna find a way. Gamers are gonna find a way to buy that game whenever.
Exactly.
But a 12-year development cycle like Duke Nukem Forever, that's just too much already.
Let's forget about that one.
It never happened.
Half-Life 3?
happened.
What? Half-Life 3?
It never
what are you
happened.
talking about?
Oh wait, yeah, Half-Life 3. Oh yeah, no, that's a good example. Half-Life 3 is it's one of those games that I have a feeling whenever it comes out, no matter when or if, when it does, you will buy it. Everyone will buy it.
Oh yeah, and
I'd play Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
I don't want any day one patches, bug fixing, whatever.
Yeah.
I just want
man.
the game.
Exactly. So great examples, all of them. All right. So next thing I want to talk about is, have you guys seen this? The Batman VR experience, Batman Arkham VR.
I've been
I have not.
Have you? How is it? What have you seen from it?
It looks freaking great, but the trailer is one of those trailers that jerk you around. it gets a lot of like fan reaction and a lot of footage of people wearing the headset, but it gives you like a total of 12 seconds actually in the game.
Oh shit! So the trailer must have been by Zack Snyder or something.
Yeah,
I know
Zack
that
Snyder,
bastard.
EA.
No, Zack Snyder gives great trailers but horrible movies. That's what
Yeah,
he does.
yeah, yeah. No, we're talking about
okay,
EA.
sorry,
We're talking
my
about
bad.
EA. EA is the comany that jerks you around with the trailer and never gives you any content.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it does. Yeah, it does look great.
it looks fantastic, and it's actually something I really want to try. I'm always into these experiences where you're fully immersed, and when I saw the part where you go down the back cave, I kind of got scared because it's super dark when you go down the elevator, and like I just imagine myself in the headset, experiencing that like. You're wearing the headset and you're all you see is total darkness and you feel like you're in total darkness, and I just imagined that and kind of got a little scared. But they also showed a little bit of how action works and it looks great. So it's definitely something I'm gonna look to pick up when I get my next gen of VR, because I don't want to be an early adopter.
HTC Vive.
Yeah, dude.
HTC Vive is the one. That's the best one.
If we ever get Quit Stalling Studios office or Quit Stalling Studios as studios, like I'd definitely like invest in the Vive for the team.
If we ever get like VR sets for each person, we should like play those virtual board games. That'll be super fun.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. Play D&D virtually, yeah.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
What's that software where you can like it's a tabletop simulator? There you go.
Ah, yeah. Those look amazing, man.
They look really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys, let's wrap up some video game news.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, a few more things. TI 6 just ended, so Mikhail, and let's ask the Dota expert, Mikhail.
Don't call me a Dota expert. I don't play Dota 2. I
Pressure.
watch it.
That's a lot of pressure, dude. When you call someone a Dota expert,
Okay.
a Dota expert.
I know,
Okay.
it's a lot of
Maybe
pressure.
not.
The scene's very toxic, man. We don't want to bring them here. We don't want to bring any of them here.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, so let's wrap it up quick. So, the champions for TI 6 was Wings.
Wings Gaming. One of the casters called it earlier in the weeks leading up to TI 6.
Sorry, I'll be right back real quick.
Every even year, a Chinese team wins. So TI 1 was of course won by Navi. TI 2 was won by I think it was Vici Gaming.
Okay.
VK Gaming. That's a Chinese team. TI 3 was Alliance. TI 4 was Newbie, which is a Chinese team. TI was it Newbie? It might have been.
Newbie,
I might be wrong,
think
but
Newbie was 3.
TI 4. Yeah, they're TI 4, and then EG won TI 5, and then TI 6 another Chinese team. So every even year it's been a Chinese team. They beat Digital Chaos, which I was super salty about that because Evil Geniuses is my team and Digital Chaos beat Evil Geniuses. But yeah, that's the thing. We'll go into it. Me and UDZ. We'll have like a Dota 2 show.
Yeah, during Game Bite. But yeah, basically that's what
during Game Bite.
So,
So if you guys want to
Wings
really
Gaming
hear
fun.
in depth, because another thing that came out during the All-Star match me and you were talking about was
New hero.
Pit Lord, Underlord.
Yeah.
And then
if I'm right, that's like I don't know, because there was a point where I stopped playing Dota 1, but I think Pit Lord is either the last hero from the old game to come in, or there might be one more. I don't know if they're really going to put Gambler. It's not Gambler.
I think he was the last.
Or is that
you might be right. I might be wrong. I didn't really play Dota 1 that I really didn't follow Dota 1 that much. But
if ever Underlord / Pit Lord is supposedly the last one, because I think Gambler's more of a joke now. It's like more of like they put it as a joke because they removed him from the game last I played, the first Dota. So Underlord / Pit Lord, whatever, is officially the last. So it's officially the last one, and When did
Did they say he's officially the last hero,
yeah,
or he's just officially the last hero from the original one to be put into the game?
I think he's the last hero. Yeah, he's the last hero from the original, as far as I know. I won't say that it's factual because I did not play. I didn't play. There was a gap from when I shifted from the first Dota to the second. So I don't know if there was anyone after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this when did you say they're releasing him officially to the public?
August 23.
In Captain's Draft?
No, not in Captain's Draft. So when they release a new character, they never put him in Captain's Draft because they're not sure if he'll be broken or not. You know, they're not sure how he would do in the meta.
Oh,
like
okay,
when
so
they
they
released Oracle wasn't in Captain's Draft, or Techies wasn't in Captain's Draft until later on when they decided it's okay, they can be in the pro scene.
So just to balance them out. Okay, I understand.
But yeah,
But that's
Gen 6,
basically
Wings
it.
Gaming.
And
Oh,
Underworld.
Harold's back. Hi, Harold.
I don't know if I should feel insulted or not that you didn't notice that I came back like minutes ago.
No, we did. We
I'm
just,
just kidding, man.
Okay.
Just kidding, man.
Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, Harold's so butthurt.
All right. I know you don't love me. Giving another man my couch.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick.
So, yeah.
We're gonna talk. I wanted to talk about the Flash and all the other superhero news, but I think we'll save that for the next show when we're with Jay. So I'm gonna end the news and before we go into our final game, I just want to talk about World of Warcraft real quick because DZ, we got you in. We talked about it at the top of the show. We hooked you in. Now Blizzard will take about $15 off of your account every month. Thanks to us. Sorry,
Should get commission for that, man. Come on, Blizzard.
Yeah, we should get that refer friend. Oh yeah, I should get like a refer friend bonus since I referred DZ.
Oh no, yeah. Don't you get a free month once he pays for his first month?
I used your referral thingy.
I love you, DZ.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Right, you can farm in-game money for free for time, right? Something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, me and DZ can do that thing where we teleport each other around the map. Oh shoot! I'm gonna read up on refer a friend. Refer a friend. Okay. So, yeah, I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the what they've done with the new expansion, with the new pre-expansion events.
Yeah.
They've gone above and beyond what MMOs used to be. Again, they've innovated in a way that no other company has in a space that no other company has dominated in. So again, they're not resting on their laurels. They're just progressing, and it's great for the fan experience. It's great for a player experience. I'm actually looking forward to playing with you guys a little later on after our meeting. So yeah, we should play a little bit, the three of us. So on that note. Play around, yes, the three of us. On that note, I think it's time for a quiz to end the show with DZ. This time answering the quiz. DZ, you're gonna get our standard trivia quiz. It's gonna be a multiple choice quiz. It's gonna be from A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna ask you a question based on, guess what? World of Warcraft. So.
Do I get the help, or do I just predict if he's gonna get it right or wrong?
So this one, you're gonna get the option. You're gonna choose whether you help him or not. But first, I'm gonna ask you what you think. Mikhail, what do you think will happen with DC?
I think DC's gonna get it right.
He's gonna get it right. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, no, I'm not gonna let you help with this one. I'm not gonna let you help with this one.
What?
Oh shit.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. So I want DZ to actually get this right on his own, because if he asks for a lifeline, and yeah. So okay.
Okay, let's do it. We got this.
Let's do it. All right. So DZ, your question for today is: in the world of Warcraft, the dwarves are led by a council of 3 representatives. These representatives are of each major dwarven clan that aren't evil. These 3 clans are represented by the Wildhammer clan, the Dark Iron Clan, and the... So is it A, Ironbeard Clan, B, Bronzebeard Clan, C, Brewbeard Clan, or D, Stormbeard Clan? So again, it's A, Ironbeard, B, Bronzebeard, C, Brewbeard, or D, Stormbeard.
Okay, do it.
All right, so I'm gonna give you.
I feel like Mikhail
Mikhail
knows the answer, and it's like, if you get strong, you fucking idiot.
Actually, no. I'm kind of like torn between a couple, but I can't help you, DZ. So go. Do what you must, my friend. Do what
Okay,
you
so
must.
DZ, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to deliberate, like we normally do, like we do here on the show, and your 1 minute starts now.
Go with Bronzebeard. Yeah, let's go with Bronzebeard.
So, that's my answer. Bronzebeard.
Yeah.
Okay,
no
so DZ's gonna
deliberation.
go with Mikhail's tactic. So how do you
Yeah.
choose to spend the rest of your 45 seconds?
Okay, here. The only reason why I picked Bronzebeard, because one of my favorite characters of the entire World of Warcraft lore and whatever is either Thrall and Muradin.
Ah, okay.
Oh, baby.
Muradin
Remember, that's a
Bronzebeard.
last name.
Yeah, that's why Muradin Bronzebeard. So I'd assume that like the clan is like the Bronzebeard or something because of Muradin Bronzebeard. I don't know. I
Alright,
doubt
so
there's like a. Yeah, but yeah, let's go with Muradin Bronzebeard.
You doubt that there's what?
I doubt there's like a what are the other ones? The other here, basically A, C, and D.
Stormbeard, Brewbeard, Ironbeard.
Ironbeard.
Is what he said.
Those don't. To me, they don't seem like clan names, but so Muradin's last name makes the most sense for me.
Okay. Mikhail, if I was to ask you this question, what would you have answered?
See, that's the thing. I don't know the answer. I think I might have just guessed.
And what would you
I
have
would
guessed?
gone with Ironbeard.
Ironbeard. All right.
Stormbeard?
All right.
Something
So
like
again,
that. I
the
don't
question
know. But
was:
yeah,
in
go
the
on.
world of Warcraft, the dwarves are led by a council of 3 representatives of each major dwarven clan that aren't evil. These 3 clans are represented by the Wildhammer clan, the Dark Iron clan, and the Blank clan. Okay, so Diego Z said B, Bronzebeard clan, because of Muradin Bronzebeard, and we're gonna find out whether or not he was right or wrong. So DZ, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, drum roll, please. Congratulations, DZ! All right, so
Faith.
you
I
are
completed under faith.
actually give you bonus
Yay.
points for this. So Mikhail, you got it right. So DZ, I'm gonna give you bonus points because Muradin is the representative for the Bronzebeard clan. So Muradin took over for King Magni, father of Mora, the Dark Iron clan representative, when he was encased in diamonds during the infamous Cataclysm. So troubled times after the
times.
Cataclysm created the circumstances, and so the 3 clans decided to come together and create the Council of 3 Hammers. So instead of just the Ironforged Bronzebeard dwarves leading the entire dwarven race, they're like, we should all get equal say. And the Bronzebeards are actually the original clan that settled into the mountainous Ironforge within Dunmara. So
Dunmara.
DZ, you get 5,000 points for guessing Bronzebeard and for guessing Muradin.
Yay!
Where do these points go to?
Yeah.
Well, in the end,
You get nothing. You lose. Good
So-
day, sir.
I think once we have like sponsors and we're big time, if the contestant gets it right, then like a random listener will get like a shirt or something.
oh
I
yeah,
think
that sounds good.
That way, we have something on the line.
Yeah, or
So
we could actually get.
If we fuck up, our audience doesn't get anything.
Yeah, we'll be like, god damn it.
Or we could actually get an audience member to either to participate. So he could either answer the question, or he could be your lifeline. He could be the one guessing whether you'll get it right or wrong.
You're right.
Yeah, text
Once
this
we're
number.
big time.
Yeah, man. So yeah, good stuff. DZ, congratulations for getting it right.
TY.
All right.
Have you tallied everything from the very beginning, or like our scores?
Oh no, I don't have time for that. If
I think
if
at
one
one
of
point
our
I got 3 stars.
oh man, I'm pretty sure at one point Nick Sansalis got like 20 unicorns. So yeah, on that, yeah, it's a sticker. So on that note, I think it's time that we play ourselves out. DZ, where can the fine folks at home reach you?
Yeah, you guys can see me at my Instagram page, just InstaDZ. Yeah, and I'm gonna use that same handle for my Twitter that's coming up. It's gonna be also InstaDZ. But I don't really tweet much, but we'll see what I can start tweeting about. If you want to see all my personal stuff for like photography and things, you can check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/Diego Zuluaga Photography.
All right, all that is in the show notes below on our YouTube channel, so check that out. Mikhail, where can the fine folks at home find you when you're not on Quit Stalling the Talk Show?
I'm on Instagram, Harold, and it's a wonderful question you had there. It's Hail Mick. Hail_Mick, I believe, is my Instagram.
Oh, is it Hail? Oh man, I keep getting that wrong. I should change the graphic above your head.
I think I'm actually not sure. It might be Hail Mick. Mick.
Let me Google that real quick. Hail Mick.
Yeah. So if you're sad that I kept it, I try to keep it as PG as possible. This show, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So
right.
Well, earlier in the show, it wasn't so PG when we started talking about necrophilia and stuff.
Hey man, you brought that up. I didn't bring that up.
Yeah, wait a second. Don't throw the blame. Don't throw the blame around, DZ. You
You brought that up. I just rode along with you. I just rode that train with you because I couldn't help myself.
You see what he tried to do? You see what he tried to do, dude?
I brought it up. I brought up the necrophilia. My bad.
If you guys want more info on necrophilia and you want the dick pics, Hail Mick on Instagram. I've already sent a couple to some fans. They really like it.
It is one word, by the way, Hail Mick. So if you want those dick pics, man,
yeah, there we go.
I hear they're mighty disappointing. So. No, I'm just kidding.
I start at the base, and then when I roll up, they're like, huh? It's like a millisecond roll up from like the base to the tip.
Oh God. All right, and for me, if you want to find me outside of Quit Stalling the Talk Show, you can find me at any social media. It's going to be at HeraldPlays. If you're going to go on YouTube, search for HeraldPlays. That's one word, and it's Herald. It's Herald. I know a lot of our audio listeners might not know how to spell my name, so it's Herald, Herald, like the newspaper.
Damn! You're not even insult our audio listeners, dude.
No, man. I mean, people get it wrong all the time, so I just want it to be clear. Twitch.tv/HeraldPlays. And yeah, I'm gonna start posting videos again. It's taken me a while to catch up with my backlog, so I will start posting videos again, especially now with the Legion content coming out for World of Warcraft. I am gonna be releasing a Lucio Ball video where me, Mikhail, and DZ play. So stay tuned for that. And is there anything else? Oh yeah. So again, promo code jinx.com if you want to get 10% off of your Jinx swag. So it's quitstalling_366 with a capital Q and a capital S. Let me bring that up real quick. Yeah, so use that promo code if you want 10% off of your purchases. If you want to email us at quitstallingShow@gmail.com. Social media, so if you want to Instagram us, if you want to show us that you're listening to the show while you're jogging, I guess, or while you're in the toilet. Instagram.com/quitstalling or @quitstalling. If you want to tweet us the same things. So twitter.com/quitstalling or @quitstallingtv. Sorry, it's quitstallingtv. Facebook.com/quitstalling, which is probably how you found out about us, because we probably hit that invite button on Facebook and told you to like our page. Sorry.
Please like our page.
Please like our page, and also review us on iTunes. Leave us a good review because that goes a long way. The more reviews we get, the higher up the charts we get. So search for us on iTunes, review us, subscribe. We'll really appreciate it. We're on SoundCloud as well. Search for Quit Stalling. We're on YouTube. Search for Quit Stalling. Twitch.tv/Quit Stalling will be streaming there soon. We'll also be hooking up our individual feeds. So whenever one of us streams, you'll see it on the Quit Stalling Twitch. So check that out. Yeah. We're 2 episodes away from episode 1. And I am deathly afraid that we'll disappoint. So no pressure.
We won't. We got this. We got this.
We got this.
We'll treat
actually did not
every
have any
episode
problem.
after episode X like it's episode 1. All right. It's
Oh,
dress
I like
rehearsal
that.
from now on, boys.
I like
Dress
that.
rehearsal.
In fairness, as the start of the show went pretty smoothly. It was like the one show where we didn't have any problem. We didn't have to like, oh, can you see me? Can you see me? We didn't have to like recall, aside from mine, but aside from me having to host the call, but it was the smoothest we've ever
Also,
had.
I got cut off at one point and I had to rejoin the call like sneakily.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
oh,
okay.
yeah.
That'll happen. But it's about the beginning, because the beginning is the one that's usually have a slow start.
Yeah. So good
The
stuff,
mid
guys.
calls the mid disconnects are fine.
All right, golf claps everywhere. Golf claps everywhere. Good job, guys. Good show. All right, so again, guys, for Diego Z, for Mikhail, I've been Herald, and this has been Quit Stalling. This has been test episode 000X, and goodbye. Bye now. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.